A man sitting in a car gives money to a poor man sitting on the ground. A woman arrives with her daughter. The poor man throws the money behind the woman and stops her saying, "You dropped your money." The woman stops, picks it up and says, "Yes, it's mine," then puts it in her purse and starts to leave. The man says, "I'm poor. Please help me." The woman replies, "I don't have anything to give you." Her daughter arrogantly says, "I'll give him my cold drink." When the man reaches to take it, the girl pours the entire drink on him instead of giving it. The woman laughs and says, "Daughter, I expected nothing less from you. You did well, even though she should have taught her daughter not to behave like that." Mother and daughter leave. The poor man signals to the man in the car to reject them. The man in the car puts a cross on the mother and daughter's photo, then gives the poor man a gold chain. A father and daughter are walking past. The poor man stops them and says, "This gold chain is yours." The girl picks it up and tells her father, "This is my gold chain. You bought it for me." The man says, "No, it's not yours. It belongs to this man." The poor man explains, "I didn't have this before, so I thought maybe you had dropped it." The girl tells her father it's not his. "Give it to me, I like it." The father replies, "No, daughter, it's not yours. We don't take things that belong to others," and returns the chain to the poor man. The girl says, "What will this beggar do with a gold chain? You should have given it to me. How can you care more for this poor man than your own daughter?" The honest father replies, "That's wrong. If it's not yours, you can't take it. I'm your father, and whatever I give you will be yours." The daughter argues, but the father explains and tells her to walk with him. The man in the car puts a check mark on the father's photo and a cross on the daughter's photo. Then for the third time, he gives something to the poor man, a mobile phone. Later, a man and his son, both in worn-out clothes, pass by. The poor man stops them and says, "You dropped your mobile." The man takes it, but the son asks, "Why did you take it? It's not yours." The boy takes the phone out of his father's pocket and says, "This is your phone." The father says, "That's mine too." The honest son says, "I know you're lying." The poor man asks for the phone back, but the father refuses. The son says, "That's wrong. Since when have you started lying?" He takes the phone from his father and returns it to the poor man saying, "This isn't ours. Give it to whoever it belongs to or keep it with you and return it later. We can't take it because it's not ours." The father scolds the boy for losing the phone. The poor man signals the car driver again. The man in the car puts a cross on the greedy father's photo and a check mark on the boy's photo. All three children and their parents later gather in one place. The woman then connects the children and parents on a live video call with her boss, the same man in the car. He says, "I'm creating an NGO to serve humanity and help people. I need good, well-mannered children who will treat orphans and helpless children like their own siblings. I was interviewing you and your children. I'm sorry to say some of you are greedy and deceitful, and I don't want such people in my NGO." The arrogant woman says, "What kind of interview was this? That's not how interviews are done." The arrogant girl says, "Your interview method was wrong." Another girl says, "You never intended to select us." They all argue about the interview and tests until the boss arrives in person. The woman says, "You were just on video. How did you get here so fast?" The man replies, "You are all greedy and have not given your children proper upbringing. How will they turn out when they grow up? None of you have love or compassion for humanity." He adds, "This girl is my daughter. She's managing the NGO. I was only impressed by two people, this boy and this kind man." He hugs the honest man and the honest boy, saying no one can use something stolen forever and no real happiness can be bought with a few coins. Good character is the true wealth of good people. If you like the video, please like, comment, and share.